Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to NIMBY Rails, where today we are in episode 5 of our Let's Play. And if you are taking part in the competition to win a copy of this game that I announced in episode 1, that competition is now closed. The winner has been selected and will be announced in the next episode on Sunday. But let's crack on with today. Now, we're actually in the past. It says it's Thursday here. It's not. It's Friday today. So what we're going to do is do a couple of things and then we'll fast forward to Friday. There's two main things I want to do, and I kind of wanted to do them at the end of last episode, but I was running out of time and I just wanted to have a chance to really have a think about it. I've had a think about it and we're going to do it. So the first thing we're going to do is sort out this money situation. If we go to the money tab, and you can see here in the info screen there is 3 loans that we can have, and we've only got 1 at the moment. That loan was for $1 billion. We've spent that $1 billion and our company's making money, but I want to grow our company so that we can make even more money each month. Now at the moment we're having to pay 18 million a month in interest and repayments over the span of 5 years, which is all right. That's fine, because we make, I don't know, somewhere between 4 and 12 million a day. So we can almost get that in 2 days. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a brand new loan. Now this loan amount, I was struggling to type in, and then I realised this loan amount is already in millions. Now if we look at a big loan of, I don't know, 3. That's 3 million. 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look. That's 300 million, and that looks like it's 3,000 million. So that'd be 3 billion. And if we expand the number of years that's over, the interest rate goes down and the monthly payments go down as well. So if we expand that to 10 years and we get 3 billion over 10 years, the monthly payments will be 31 million. Now at the minute we're paying 18 million a month, and it's going to be 31 for 3. So what I'm going to do is we'll get the 3 billion loan, pay off our old one, and we should have about 2 billion to play with and still only have 1 loan. So let's take that loan. There we go. We've got a lot of money in the bank account. Go back to the first loan and pay early. It's going to cost us $1 billion to do it. There we go. So now you can see that if we go, if we exit this menu and go back in again, I think we'll find, well, it says pay early 0. Is that a little bug I see there? Or maybe we just need to unpause the game. We need to unpause the game. So there's a lot of things that get processed in this game only while the game is running. Like that loan thing just then. And also some of the things to do with trains and routes and paths and cloning and stuff. I believe the dev has already fixed some of that. So many of those things work while the game's paused. But there's a tip for you. If something doesn't seem right and you're paused, run the game for a second or two and see if that resolves it, and it has. So in this case now we have 1 loan with 1 low payment of 31 million a month, and we've got nearly 2 billion in the bank account. There is thing 1 for today. Thing 2. I said at the end of last episode that we have not got anywhere near enough trams on these lines. So we're going to get some more. So on this north line we've got quite a few trams going along, and if we filter our current trams by that north line, you can see we've got 4. I think we're going to need at least another 4. So we're going to clone that, maximum tram length, and we're going to have 4 units, so 4 trains. It's going to cost us 47 million, but I think it's going to be worth it. So we'll purchase them. And again, look, on the left hand side there, the trams are not the right colour. We're getting warnings, but if we unpause the game for a moment and then pause it, everything's fine. So now we've got 8 trams running on this lower line. And if we switch to, the northern line, and if we go to Derby Tram South, we've got 4 there. So now this one's longer. this tram line's a little bit longer. So if we have a look at the lines, you can see that that green wiggly line. I've got to take them. I'm going to measure it on my screen. This. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before, but I'm going to approximately measure it on my screen, and it's about 22 centimeters or 8.5 inches. And the yellow line, with its bits of wiggles and its woggles and its flipples and flubbles. Oh, I'm tape measure slip there for a moment. Let's try and get this somewhere near accurate. I know this is not going to be an accurate situation, but there we go. Wow, the yellow line is about 33 centimeters or 13 inches. No jokes about 13 inches, please. So it's quite a lot longer. So I think instead of buying 4 additional ones, we should have at least 6 additional ones. Yes, we'll go with 6. So for the trains that are running on south, we'll clone that. See if if we've got 8 running on 20, and then there's 30, we should really have 12 in total, and we've only got 4. No, we're going to buy 8. We're going to buy 8, not 6. Purchase. Doof. There we go. Run the game for a second, and all the trams are cool. Right, so now we've got loads of trams. They're going to distribute themselves out evenly. The one thing we need to do before we skip forward to the correct day is the minimum interval. At the moment, we've got that set at 10 minutes. I think we can definitely change that. Now, there's a button down here to set it for all the stations, so we can set it to 3 minutes. It's already got 3 there, so if we set that to 3 for all of them, I think that will give us some good spacing on those trams. And if we set it to 3 on this one as well, I think that'll be good. Right then, so those are the 2 things I wanted to do. I'm going to just run the game at slightly higher speed. I wanted to get a big loan, pay off our old one, which is kind of one thing, and buy some more trams for Derby. Well, there we go. That's all sorted. We can now fast forward to the correct day. So now it's the present day. Literally, the day that this video was released, Friday the 5th of February. It's just gone 4 o'clock. And we're sat here over Birmingham. And the reason for that is, well, Birmingham was recommended to me as a possible place where our line could go. Now, it's a long way from Birmingham in the grand scheme of things. We're kind of like, it would double the length of our line to go there. And there's not really any places along the way where I feel like we'd want to stop, which is a really bad thing. We want to have more stops along the line. Now, the other thing that we've got around here, Leicester is quite good. It's very dense in the middle, and there's a couple of outer bits. Or we could do the other thing and continue on to the west and head the kind of Stoke-on-Trent, Wrexham, or maybe even Liverpool way. I kind of like this idea of going to Liverpool via Stoke-on-Trent, but Birmingham also would be a fantastic opportunity. I'm not really sure what we're going to do. Looking at the other end of the line, Lincoln. Lincoln isn't a terminus station. There is room to build out the back. You go through Pelham Street Junction and all this sort of thing out through the back here, down Greetwell sort of way, and you've got these kind of, well, they're not rivers. They're kind of fake rivers, but they're not canals. Anyway, and out into, well, towards the Lincolnshire Wolds actually. There's a few places with some population, like Horncastle. I mean, if we put a station right in the middle of Horncastle, you know, you're going to get 5,000 there. But it wouldn't be a candidate for having trams. And I would like to do a really big place. I think the only 2 realistic options for us at the moment is Liverpool or Chester. Chester's a little bit smaller, but we could do Chester via Stoke or down to Birmingham. And I feel this line is a little bit of a east-westy sort of thing. But the money. Think of the money for Birmingham. Right, I can't resist it. We're going Birmingham. We're going Birmingham. We're going to plan the main station. or at least one of the main stations. And then what I'll do is we'll do a little time lapse to finish things off getting there. Now we've got to get out of Derby first. Now I've done Derby so that it doesn't have to be a terminus station, but the place where I've built it kind of means that it probably should be. Because it's right in the middle of town, we had to put this big tunnel in to get in there. The question therefore is, how are we going to get out and down? And it looks like we've got a potential path out here. Is that right? Doesn't look like it. We just need to get out of the city somehow with an official... Ah, what? Look at this. Found it. Found it. Let's put some tracks here so that we can be sure that we're actually going the right way. So, here we go. We're going to start spending the money. We're going to start heading roughly towards Birmingham. And we're just going to mark out a few bits. So that's our exit out of there. How we're going to connect it up yet, no idea. We might have to have this come to the right slightly. Maybe pay for a few bits to go across here. It's going to require a really sharp bend, but oh well. Then following that line, it comes out and comes across here, which we can't do because that is too sheer, but we can just adjust it until it's okay. So we've got some markings coming down there. Now we've got to get these markings to Birmingham, and they are heading the right way. There's Birmingham. Okay, so they are coming out the city the right way. So we know we're coming out of Derby the right way. How are we going to get in to Birmingham? So we're going to come out, and it looks like we're going to come through Burton on Trent. And there is a clear path for the railway through there. So I don't see why we wouldn't put a station there, seeing as we're passing through anyway. Oh, it's terrible though. The catchment where the railway line is really not worth it. Anyway, we're going to be coming through this way, and the railway line then is here next to what looks like some gravel pits or quarry. Nope, that's a railway station. I want a bit of track. So it would come down here. That's also a railway station. There we go, that's better. Right, how much are the overpasses? The overpasses are now cheaper. In the cost of the overpass have been nerfed since the game has come out. 1 million per overpass apparently was a bit expensive. So we're coming out of Derby, we're here, and now we've got to get to Birmingham from there. So I think if we just follow this line, where's it going to take us? Well, it looks like we come through here. And then we kind of lose where the line is. It's not obvious where the line is. So I guess we can then make that bit up ourselves. And Birmingham. Right, let's do the Birmingham M now. So a few of you have commented about looking on the real maps or on Google Maps to work out where the stations and stuff are. And whilst I agree that could be a tactic that I might use, I don't really feel like it's something that I really want to do. Certainly not at this stage. I want to be able to try and work things out myself, figure it out. That's part of the fun that I'm having here. So let's go in the centre of Birmingham and just look for any places where it looks like there could be railway lines. I can see that there's one here. And by the way, somebody asked me if I was a Brummie, somebody from Birmingham. No. Definitely not. And if you were familiar with UK accents, you'd know that I'm not from Birmingham. I can't do a Brummie accent. But that looks like a way in, and it looks like it's roughly where we need it to be as well. Coming in from this sort of direction here. I don't know where that... Oh yeah, there it goes. It goes straight up there. Wow. Okay, that could be brilliant for us. But where would the station be on the end? So let's have a look. Oh! Just get my bearings a little bit. Ah, I think that's Spaghetti Junction. Some of you might be going, but what? Spaghetti what? Oh, there's a river there. Well, with that number of overpasses and the river, it's probably best if we just do a tunnel. just over this junction. I've driven through this junction a number of times. It's a little bit of a nightmare. So we get to roughly here, and we get to choose, I think, which way we go. And it looks like there's actually a potential railway line that comes here as well. But in either case, they both then come here. And then here. And then there's a split. And one of them goes off sort of here. And that's probably a station or something, I don't know. And the other one comes down here. Down through here. And how close are we to the centre? Not that close yet. Whoa. But we are starting to get really close now. And I think somewhere around where we are... Where are we now? So that's junction... Where's the NEC? Where's the... Oh, okay. So I was looking for this place here. The NEC. The National Exhibition Centre, I think it's called. It's roughly here. This is all the buildings and the car parks and so forth, and that's probably part of it as well. I thought I was somewhere near here. I'm not. I'm much more in the centre, which is brilliant news. So now this area around here, a big space, looks like it'd be fantastic for a station. And the track disappears a bit. And there's another track here. So it's almost as if we could put a couple of stations here. You know what? I think a station right here is perfect. Let's do that so that it kind of misses this bit of water. Now, how long was I doing the stations before? They were quite long, weren't they? So let's have a look. What's that? That's only 4,000? Well, it's not the best placement, I guess. But again, it's close to the centre. And we're going to have plenty of good places to send trams. So let's get this in roughly the right direction. And we'll make it the longest it can be. No, because that's ridiculous. Let's make it 600 in length. Come on, 600, 600. There we go. Apparently that number is doubled. Right, so we'll then have a track here, which we can't do because of that piece of street there. So we're going to cheat a little bit. Move the station along so that the track's already over that bit. Is it cheating? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you think that was cheating. Moving the station, because stations can go over roads, but track can't. So I moved the station to go over that road and saved me $500,000. So we join that up. We join that up. We join that up. Just joining all these bits up here now. Where we was... right, we've got a bit of a problem there, but we'll sort that out. And then... We're going across water there? Or is there a break? Oh, the water's thin enough to just to do a standard overpass. And then we'll figure that bit out. So this bit wants to go. Let's sort this out here. How are we going to sort this out? I think we're going to have a viaduct. So select this bit of track. Delete it. And then we're going to go standard track to here, viaduct to there, back down to standard track, and then connect it up. Brilliant. So with this curve here, we've got some limitation on speeds in some parts, but once I've got the track in, I can then use the move tool to jiggle it about and straighten it up and stuff. Again, here, I feel like, I mean, we've got to get connected to there on the right hand side. I'm wondering if just one big tunnel going around this corner is going to be the best thing to do. If we do a big tunnel from here, we would avoid these 4 overpasses, this big long sweep, and all this river and all these roads. I feel like it's going to be worth it. So let's go and select this, delete it, and that, and even this bit here, Let's get rid of all that. We'll bring this one down to roughly where I think it needs to be. And then I think just before this overpass here, we're going to straighten it off a little. And we'll disappear under the ground there. And we'll connect these two up underground. I wonder how much this tunnel is going to cost us. Let's find out. So we're going to go underground. And we're going to get this curve right. There. Yep, so we're going underground before that road and before the river. Same thing on this side. We're going to go underground before we hit that road. And we're going to have a bit of a curve on it. Come on, get it. Actually, no, this one wants to be about straight. Is that right? Yep, that's right. And then now connect them up. Oh, look at that sharp turn there. Let's not do that. So we're going to have a gentle turn here. Looks like the game just doesn't want to do a nice gentle curve for me with this. So maybe I'm going to have to do it myself. How much is it? I don't want to see how much this tunnel's costing. There we go. 22 million. Now, how many we would have had? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We would have had around 13, probably 14 overpasses. That's 7 million. That might actually be better. That actually might be much better to actually go the right route rather than... Right, scrap the tunnel. I'm going to get rid of the tunnel. Right, time-lapse time. I'm going to get rid of the tunnel and we're going to connect Birmingham up now through this bit to what we've done here at Derby. Let's do it. Well, there we go, folks. We have a extension to our line put in. We've got a spur that comes out of our Derby station. We've got extra platforms that we're not using at the moment, so it might be best to do some special little tracky thing. But it's a tunnel, so it's going to go. Oh, I don't know what to do about this bit. Anybody got any ideas what I should do about the other platforms at Derby and how I should connect this up around here? Then please feel free to drop me a message on Discord or something, or pop something in the comments. But we now have a line that comes all the way from there and ends at Birmingham. But what I have done is I've added some more stations along the way as well. So first I just plopped in the line, got the line how I wanted it, and then I went through and did some adjustments just to do some smoothing out, try and make the line as fast as possible with the speed overlay. So we should have kind of this aqua, turquoisey and green sections most of the way through, and where we've got bends there's no red, they're just yellow. And we've got some wiggles over some of the roads, which means the trains will have to slow down a little bit. But for the most part, there's some good sections of track here where they'll be able to get up to speed. So not all of the stations that we've got in here have got really high capacity. So if we start at one end, I did add another station at Derby here. That's just over 2,000. Then we've got Burton. That's just over 1,000. Really, this one is terrible, but there's just such a big gap in the line. I thought there's no harm in putting it there. And then this one was nearly 3,000, so that one seemed worth it there. And then we've got a bit of a gap, and then we've got another one that's quite low, just under 2,000. But then as we come into Birmingham, we've got a few on the way in. So we've got one that's just under 2, just over 2, and then the middle just around the 4,000 mark. So what I consider to be quite a nice line with a good number of little stations down it. It's costing us 230 million and it's built. There we go. So we've got a brand new track heading all the way down to Birmingham. Join me next time where we'll edit our line to include our new piece of track, and we'll get some more trains running on that line. It may be that we also look at adding some tram services in Birmingham and Lincoln, or we might revisit Nottingham and fix this tram service because, well, it's not good. It's really not good. We can make a lot more money here and we can do a much better job. So having learnt how things are going in Derby, which overall I think are pretty good, that is what we'll do. One of the things I'll try and do next episode as well is actually remember to adjust the times on the lines here. So we've got all various different times. I know there's a estimate travel times button and all this sort of stuff. But I'm going to sort that out next time. We've run out of time for this time. So there we go. And join me next time where I believe that's when I'm going to be announcing the winners of the competition. And if you're watching this now, it's Friday the February the 15th. So the competition has already closed. So don't enter it now. And I'll see you next time. All your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comment section as always. And I'll see you soon. But from me for now, thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye.